2. Vision, given to Raymond Aguilera on the 18th of July, 1990. Vision. I see a white light moving down from the sky between the clouds. I could sense the presence of God, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Vision. Then from out of this white light, a white star appears. Vision. I saw this white star move out by itself in the sky. The next thing I see is this white star hover over a large white cloud. I knew it was the top of a nuclear explosion, for I knew the shape of the cloud. So I pretended not to know what it was. During the vision, I knew it was Jesus Christ that was speaking to me. But I cannot explain how I knew. I just knew beyond any doubt that it was Him. He was speaking to me by placing thoughts in my mind. There weren't any sounds exchanged. We communicated through the mind. This whole thing had me frightened because I had never really had a vision like this before. I remember I was so scared. I knew who was speaking to me. I didn't like what I was seeing. I did everything I could to avoid the subject of the mushroom cloud, but he would not budge from the vision of the mushroom cloud. This whole mushroom vision must have lasted 15 or 20 minutes because I kept avoiding the subject. I don't remember why, but I gave in, and he showed me the whole thing. Vision. I could see a star over their nuclear explosion. I was so frightened that I started to cry. I got so mad at him. I told him to show me everything and not to hold anything back. The next thing he showed me was a clear sheet of glass with bubbles on the surface. This vision of a clear sheet of glass made me even angrier, for after seeing a nuclear explosion, I was shown something that didn't make sense. The next thing I was shown was the ground. As I watched the ground, it opened up and a large crystal came up. It was about 1 foot in diameter, about 18 inches high, with a bright white comb on top. This crystal with a comb on top made no sense either. But then this crystal changed into the United States Pentagon building. The next image was of an ice cream cone. Then the ice cream cone changed into the continent of South America, and from South America to Africa. Then the form of Africa changed into Texas, and then from Texas to the country of Italy. Vision. The Lord showed me the country of Holland by showing me a windmill. Vision. Then he showed me the country of Egypt by showing me Egyptian Sphinx. Vision. All of a sudden, I see 3 pyramids flying in the sky. I could see them from the bottom side. Vision. The next image was of an enormous black cloud moving from left to right. Then this massive white cloud appeared moving from right to left. These 2 clouds met in the middle, and the white cloud swallowed the black cloud. Vision. Then the sky turned a beautiful light blue with a beautiful rainbow in the sky. I cannot explain it, but I felt peace, and everything that I could see was at peace. Vision. The next image startled me, for I was out in outer space, and I could see the planet Earth. Out of nowhere, a large hot rock appeared. I could see the black outer surface with its red inner core glowing bright red. As the black rock hit the planet Earth, it bounced on the countries, continents, and the state of Texas that I had seen earlier in the vision. Vision. Everything was peaceful for a second. Then out of nowhere, a single beam of light shot through the darkness of outer space. Then there was another beam of light moving towards the planet Earth. Then a third came, fourth, and before I could comprehend what was going on, outer space was filled with these beams of light. They just showered the planet Earth like rain and peppered the whole surface. Vision. The next image, I could see the Earth as you see it from outer space. It looked so beautiful with its white clouds and blue-green water. I could even see the weather patterns. I don't know from where Jesus Christ came from, but he was standing next to me as I watched the planet Earth. Then all of a sudden the planet disappeared, and all I could see was black space. I remember I argued with Christ because the planet just vanished into nothing. He showed me the planet 2 more times, and each time it disappeared into nothing. This really upset me, for I kept arguing with him. Vision. Then out of nowhere a new planet appeared, but this planet was 3 to 4 times bigger than the planet Earth. It had a bright white light on the outside of it with a dark center. Vision. By this time, I didn't know what to believe, so I said to Christ, I don't believe it. I want to go down and see for myself what's down there. The next thing that happened, we both started to descend towards the planet. Once we entered the outer surface, all I could see were these white clouds moving through the sky. But they weren't like clouds I was used to seeing. The actual planet could not be seen because these white clouds covered the whole planet. These clouds were different. They seemed to have their own individual movement. Each was separate from the others. What crossed my mind was that these were individual spirits and not clouds at all. But I really didn't know. All of this happened while Christ and I were descending to the planet, and since I could not see anything, I told him that I didn't believe it, and I asked him to take me down further into the planet. Vision. What I saw was this enormous white light in the sky over a great body of water. This water had no currents or waves. It looked like one giant sheet of glass. Vision. During my conversation with Christ, I kept telling him that I didn't believe it, for there wasn't any ground or dirt. The whole thing was so unusual, for we were standing on top of the water. Then without any warning, right there we were standing, the cone part of the ice cream cone that I had seen earlier started to come out of the water. The end first, without even creating any waves on the water right next to us. It grew and grew until it was a mountain, maybe a mile high into the sky. Then without any warning, Christ disappeared and the vision stopped. Over.